What's up, guys? Brett Okamoto and Ian Parker here to recap a little bit of the best bets that we made for UFC 282. And I swear, we were told that we were going to recap our bets prior to the event starting, and it turned out we had a pretty fun night to recap. How did we do, Ian?
We had a clean sweep. We went 6-0 despite the insanity of the judging. Luckily, the picks we had were not impacted by that, but we did what we were set to do, and we delivered on the last pay-per-view of the year.
Yeah. Okay, well, let's start at the top of the card here. Main event. Ankalaev does not get the victory. I disagreed with that. I thought that Ankalaev should have gotten the victory. How did you score it? And then did you feel like, you were saying all along that you were comfortable taking Ankalaev as a big-time favorite. Even though he didn't get the job done, he didn't lose also. Did you feel like maybe you gave him too much credit and you overlooked Jan Blachowicz a little bit, or no?
I will say Jan Blachowicz came out with some really strong leg kicks. That was the biggest difference there because it really shut down. I think Ankalaev sat there and said, you know what, why am I not wrestling? We talked about this, and once the wrestling was implemented, I thought it was a game changer. I thought he won all three of the last rounds. I also scored a 10-8 in that round 5, and I did not see a draw coming.
Yeah.
That was not on the bingo card.
Yeah, I didn't either. So I guess moving forward with Ankalaev, do you think that this hurts or helps his stock, what he did tonight?
You know what? The question is right now, A, is he healthy? And do you do the rematch? Because now I think Glover Teixeira might be licking his chops saying, I could beat both these guys. It doesn't matter who they feed me. Because I like what Jan Blachowicz did, though. I thought that was pretty professional. He kind of said, listen, give him the belt I lost, and where do you go from here?
I got to say, if they do an immediate rematch, I do think that Ankalaev will be a bigger favorite than he was in this one.
I agree with you there.
Okay, let's move to the co-main event. Another one that I didn't necessarily agree with the judges on. I don't think a lot of people did. I did think that Paddy Pimblett lost to Jordan Gordon, but he didn't officially. He wins 29-28. Let me ask you about Paddy moving forward. Do you think that people are going to be more willing to bet on him now? Maybe because, will the line lower, I guess, is the question that I'm asking. Will some of that juice that you have to pay for Paddy Pimblett's name be worn off because this is going to get a lot of attention?
I think people are going to be licking their chops to, in the betting world, what we call fade Paddy Pimblett at this point. You know, we talked on the show. We said Jared's a live dog. I did say he was a better striker. He showed that. Jared Gordon, if you watch this, you won this fight, bro. You won this fight. I think for Paddy, because he won, they're going to give him someone higher ranked. I think the odds are going to be lower. And he got exposed tonight. Though he didn't look good. I really didn't see what round he even won, to be honest.
A few other ones I wanted to talk to you about. Raul Rosas Jr., takeaways from him. We spoke about it on Betting Show, and I said, hey, you know what? I can't be comfortable taking an 18-year-old and a minus 240 favorite. He looked like he should have been a minus 800 favorite. How are you going to change or adjust your thinking when it comes to betting Raul Rosas Jr.?
Age isn't just a number.
Really?
He is.
You're throwing it out now.
You know what? I have to. The maturity that he showed, he was so comfortable. He had a game plan. He just executed. I mean, listen, Perrin is not necessarily, a top guy, but this is who Rojas should fight in his first fight. And, I mean, what were you doing at 18? What were we doing? This guy gave up senior year. He's homeschooled, and he's out there winning a fight. He looked so good. He really looked flawless in that fight. I would have liked to see a little striking, but, hey, if you don't need to, why bother?
Yeah, that was ultra impressive by Rosas Jr. Another one I want to get your thoughts on moving forward, how you're going to handicap him, is Edmund Shabazi, and he looked pretty good tonight. He did get the victory, but the big thing that the difference is that, and he even said it, now he's Vegas Edmund. He's training in Vegas. He has different coaches around him. Obviously, his former coaching staff, there were some concerns there about how effective that guy was. But now he's with guys that I think that me and you both respect a lot. He's with the Dewey Cooper here in Vegas. Yeah. Do you like taking him potentially as a big favorite moving forward because he's with a new camp?
Big favorite. I can't say just yet because I think Dalcher had some moments in that first round. He was landing some nasty body kicks. The cardio played in. I will say this for Edmund: the cardio got better. And he was able to take shots way better. He looked composed. He looked happier and more comfortable. He didn't look scared. He didn't look like, I have to be here. He was like, I want to be here. It was a really well-deserved win. I am curious to who they give next. I don't see him being that big of a favorite because, listen, he's going to call for a top 15 guy. And that's a division's got a lot of killers in there.
Well, listen, guys, when we have a bad night, we will talk about it. We'll sit here and talk about what we got wrong. It didn't happen tonight. I actually even thought that some of the underdogs you took, we were on the right side. Some of the underdogs that didn't cash, I felt like, hey, you were still on the right. Even the curtain jerker, you had a chance to cash. I think it was a plus 280 there right from the start. So I think that your analysis is spot on. What were your other major takeaways from this card?
I think Billy Q is a machine. I think if you don't put him away, he out-hearts you. He is super impressive. Listen, Alex Morano, I give a lot of credit. 5 days notice at a catch weight. Ponzinibbio is a good striker. He is a tough guy. He got to finish, but Morano, I give a lot of credit to him. Listen, this was a fun night of fights. We talked about the card not having huge names, but we felt like it was going to deliver. And from a betting perspective, we absolutely crushed it.
And I'll tell you what, Morano, did not look undersized at all for
At
a
all.
180-pound catchweight fight. So if this guy takes another fight at welterweight, and we're thinking, hey, this guy's a lightweight, maybe not, because Morono looked very, very comfortable at that higher weight class. So again, thank you for watching UFC Best Bets. Hopefully you were tailing the duck this weekend because he got it done perfect on the best bets and the parlay. We'll look to do it again next week for the final UFC fight night of the year.
Thank you for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.